I will be a mentor for this course. So my name is Arpan Ghosh. As you've seen, there's a spell error, so it is Ghosh, not Gosh. Uh, I have overall approximately 20 years of experience. I'm currently working as a director of India office for a fintech company. Technologically, I am the principal data scientist. I run a team of data scientists, engineers, DevOps, BI developers, uh, and previously I've worked with multiple organizations, which includes KPMGs, Accentures, Glaxos, pharma like Jubilant Biases. Uh, I was lucky enough to get exposure to work in multiple industries like telecom, retail, fintech, as I said, uh, mutual funds, pharma, media. I have also previously held C-suites. Currently, this is a senior leadership position. I also have held head of analytics COE, C-suites position. So, a part of the leadership team, build up entire analytics practice in previous organizations. Educationally, just to let you know, you do not have to be from totally IT background. So, personally, I am a master's in biochemistry. I did my bachelor's in microbiology, so I didn't have any BTech or so-called engineering background. But just like you guys, I started my industry work in pharma industry, where I was doing more of a data curation and data analysis sort of a job done there, and that in that early years, it helped me to understand that I made that conscious choice that I should learn the technologies which will help in the field of IT space, where you will get those skill set, so that which will help you to grow up the ladder and do this data, the field of data analytics. I will pull in, which will cover all your descriptive, predictive, prescriptive analytics. What you are seeing right now under the predictive, and now it is moving into the uh, the Gen AI part. So that's been my background. So I currently work, as I said, as a director of India office of the current fintech organization, um, and I also love to teach. So I have been teaching because teaching help you to keep yourself updated. Uh, with the latest technology which is happening, you're constantly studying, which is part of this field. So people in the field of, especially in the field of data engineering, data science, they have to constantly self-develop, keep on learning. So because the technology is so volatile, it is changing ever so every constantly. You need to keep updated and also keep revising the previous concepts. Otherwise, you keep on forgetting. It is like a huge, ocean sort of a thing, which you have so many things to learn. So that's why I love teaching, because teaching helps you to keep yourself updated, keep yourself up to date with the previous thing, because you're constantly teaching somebody. And I have been teaching with multiple institutes, not only Visualpath. I have also currently associated with other institutes, uh, like Scalar, Boston Institute of Analytics, and I don't know if you have heard LearnTube. So with Visualpath, I have been associated for more than 1.5 year now, and I have taken similar batches and currently taking also. So I have already, my morning slots are already booked in the early mornings of India time. So I'm from Mumbai. So I'm settled in Mumbai. So uh, currently I'm already taking two batches of Gen AI. I have previously taken this. I think this batch will be around my sixth batch of Gen AI, sixth or fifth. I don't have remember the count, but yeah, around that many batches of Gen AI courses, which you see in this screen, which is there in Visual Path. So overall, as I said, so the course is designed in such a way that across background, and I could see there's a diverse experience count from somebody from college studying to 10, 12, and 20, 25 years of experience. So very diverse sort of a people from different backgrounds, some having data science, Python knowledge, some having Java knowledge, some having, you know, testing knowledge, QA and testing. So which is well and good. As I said, there's no, you have to do self learn, motivate yourself, people who are totally different into, because this Gen AI course is designed so people who have little bit of data science experience, that gives you an added advantage because you know deep learning, right? I'm expecting people who said machine learning and data science, so they will know deep learning. So they will understand the neural architectures and stuff. Why it is important? Because we will focus more onto the field of natural language processing, because Gen AI is tentatively into more into how we convert do conversation with the model. And so so if you see Gen AI, so and if you see the Gen AI is a part of overall AI structure. So under AI you will get, machine learning, deep learning, NLP. These are all small modules component present, and inside now a separate thing called Gen AI, and now you are seeing the term called agentic AI, which is, you know which is the next thing which is gradually evolving and is getting the popularity. You might have heard the term agentic AI. So that we will also cover here. So the agentic AI, how it is different from generative AI, and that is also been covered in this course. But this Gen AI, so overall, I will say it has two major component. One is the user perspective, and one is the builder perspective. Okay, so we will divide that in two different ways. So user perspective is a simple thing where what you do is you what we do now. So you no you go to chat GPT application, you do chat rather than no, nowadays it has become like that. Rather than searching in Google, it is smart and intelligent enough that we give every search in chat GPT, because chat GPT does that search for you across URLs and give you the solution. So there's a better one. So so the user perspective is that when you learn this course, what you will do, you will call a model. Okay, either open source model or closed source model through an API, or download it into your system through specific platform like from Kaggle or Hugging Face libraries, or from Ulama platform. So you will have those platform where you can download also, or you can call that API of a model, and you create an application, say chatbot, and you give prompts to get to do the specific task, and your Streamlit application you have created at the front end, which is giving an application where you're exchanging conversation with them. So that is called the user perspective. Like, you're not going to do any modifications to the model. It is just how you're engineering across the model through your prompt engineering and your structure. Say you're creating a RAG system, we will also cover that. So the RAG system is that you're training the model with your custom data, which is not publicly available, right? So that's a RAG system which you are creating. So this is a user perspective. What is a builder perspective? The builder perspective is more about the builder perspective is more about the model. So how you are how you are fine tuning the model. Okay, because obviously we cannot create a model from scratch because of the computational expense a model creation does. So it is more about how you are fine tuning a model. Okay, why we are fine tuning? Because we want to customize the model for our specific use case, right? So suppose I'm creating a specific use case where I want to do is more of a transfer learning sort of a thing. People who have done little bit of you know CNN, convolutional neural network, deep learning stuff, they will understand this transfer learning in the computer vision space. This is more of a transfer learning. We are just going to tune the final layers of the model which is present there, where we want to build a fine-tuned model which is specific for our different tasks, different fine-tuned version of the model. Okay, so that is what the builder perspective. So those things are two different setup we will understand in our due course of once we deep dive inside the course. Okay, so as you see, this course will be of 60 hours. It will be from Monday to Friday, The timing will be mentioned by Visualpath. Most probably, they'll suit the time whatever you like it. So that timing they will confirm, but it is a 60-hour session, uh, from Monday to Friday. Okay, where we will start from the basics in terms of, we will understand the history of NLP, how the NLP has evolved over the years. Then we will understand how do we, when once you pass a text, how what the pre-processing, what is the pre-processing is done, how the tokenization is done, what is tokenization, what is embeddings, how the where words are getting converted into vectors. So all those stuff we will learn. So we'll start from basic, and then we will gradually move in inside the field of the architecture. So that's why somebody was asking that I want to learn what is happening inside. These are the initial part of your course, which is very important for people who want to make transition, and also who want to make parallel switch, because we will also do coding. So trust me, there's lots of coding, Python coding. You have to, we will do the initial setup in a first class itself, like what are the tools, what are the installations is required, what are the APIs is required. All those initial setup we will do in the first class itself. So we will create lots of end-to-end projects. So we will have officially 3 assignments of projects which you have to complete in the entire course. But in between, we will also cover multiple projects we will do live, in terms of I will share the code, you have to just use that code and build that projects for yourself. So those are all intermittent live, in terms of, in during the course we will have this coding sessions where you have to really join with your laptop, share your screen, somebody will share the screen, everybody else, line by line the code will be executed, just to understand. We will see the live errors what you are getting, common errors, so that you learn from the errors. Because as a developer, when you start coding, it is the error which teaches you, rather than no. So that those errors will be important to understand what are the common errors we will get. So we'll have lots of coding, but before the coding, it is this conceptual part where you will understand the architecture of. You will go to the research papers of attention is all you need. What is the attention? No, what is the attention architecture? Encoder decoders architecture. We will understand the different models, why they are called. For example, GPT model is called the decoder only model. Why it is called a decoder only model. So all these theoretical part is important for interview purpose, for your knowledge purpose, because once you are going to do transitions, these are all the questions which will be asked to gauge your expertise on hold on the field of Gen AI. So it's far beyond just simple chat GPT applications. We will create those type of application. You will have lots of application created. You will hardly use chat GPT after the course, because you have your own application. It can be through command prompt, it can be through your terminal, or for any IDE, or through Streamlit application. You will create your own application which is same as Chat GPT. So you will have this application, but it is more so how you will build from scratch. So how you are controlling the hallucinations, what is prompt engineering, what are the different types of prompt engineering you can do. All these we will learn. What are, no, you will, after this course you will understand how better you can use Chat GPT in your daily work which you're currently doing. So there are different concepts of how to ask questions to chat gpt, because there are certain roles gpt models or any llm model, they expect your prompts to be. So that different roles are there. If you give that prompts in fulfilling the role step by step, then you will see the difference in the response you are getting. So you will get a much better accurate response. So we'll also learn how to utilize chat gpt better. You will be also learning that you will create your own chat gpt url. Say for example, I have one chat gpt on my thing which is specialized for interview questions on machine learning. That is what I have prepared, and I can share that url publicly to everybody, so that you just hit the url and you will get the common questions, interview questions of machine learning. Also you can interact, chat, and clarify your doubts on the answers of the question, ask more questions. So like that, you will also able to create your own custom GPT application, which can be shareable across the universe, so across the whole world. So that is also we will learn. Okay, if you just go to this module, if you see, I am sure you have gone through this module, we will cover all of them. As I said, transformer architecture, significance, types of LLM, all these you will come to know. We will also understand the rags, which is important, different frameworks. As I said, these are all very basic: langchain, llama index, all these frameworks you will also know. We will also do notebook LLM. We will also understand lang graph, which is a sort of a drag and drop sort of a thing, which we will do at the last, because I'm sure once you see that, people will get is a human mentality that they get more, okay, we can just do it by drag and drop, why you want to code? But be prepared for coding. Python, obviously, if you know Python, it's well and good. If you don't know, doesn't matter. Python is a very simple language. Whatever is required, whatever way you are doing, if you have a Java knowledge, that's also fine, because you will able to fathom out the code. It is a very human interpretable high level language, so much easier than Java. Okay, so uh, people with Python background, just an added advantage, you will learn little faster, quicker, especially with data science background. Similarly, you will understand the jargons little quicker, but doesn't matter, because I will be explaining from scratch when you are doing specifically for Gen AI and no NLP and LLM. Okay, so doesn't matter. So rags, as I said, advanced rags will also be there. Evaluation metrics, this is a very important topic, which generally people no, I'm sure people with data science background, they will feel that. So in data science, supervised, unsupervised, there's so many evaluation metrics, and when you're building machine learning model, no, we are very well versed and familiar, and every day to day life we start using this evaluation metrics. But in LLM, when you're creating application, we are anyway using a pre-trained model. We are not focusing on the accuracy much, right? We do not generally do the matrices calculation, see what is the accuracy it is giving. But you should know this accuracy parameter, how, what does it do, these four type of accuracy, which is generally the industry standard accuracy. And you will see whenever a new model comes up, a research paper comes up, they will give this comparison. If you see the DeepSeek R1 which has been released, you'll see the comparison on these parameters, like how it is better compared to other models which is available across different providers. So understanding of this matrix is important for your knowledge and your technical interview purpose, because trust me, I take a lot of interviews, and we generally focus on this, because this is one of the smaller topic which generally LLM students or LLM engineers, they ignore, because we do not use them on day to day basis much, because we are using a pre-trained model. Okay, yeah, so we'll find out the deployment, how we are doing deployment. We will use Azure. As somebody was saying that I am from Azure background, I want to know how Azure, so we'll use Azure Docker, okay, Azure AI, and Snowflake, which will be one of the component, that is the architectural background, how we will deploy a model in Snowflake using a Docker image, and how we'll Dockerize it. We'll have that project. It is already there in my GitHub. I always share that with my previous batch, with you batch also, it will be shared, so you can download that. No, you can fork it, or you can pull that entire GitHub at your laptop, and then you can experiment with your credentials, where you can use your Azure AI technologies, and Docker image, and then productionalizing it and deploying in a Snowflake. So that part will also be covered in terms of deployment. um, Obviously, Hugging Face, these are all open source libraries, which is there, where from where you can download the bin file of model, or you can directly interact with the Hugging Hub uh, library, which is just a connectivity from your local laptop to Hugging Face, which will help you to connect and use those model through an API call. So that also we will see how Hugging Face is important, and we will have tokens. You can, as I said, you will create a new customized, fine-tuned model, and you want that model to be utilized by your entire world, so that you know you can showcase your expertise in LinkedIn, so that your networking increase, people understand you are in the field of Gen AI, you're doing some good stuff, so you can publish that model to Hugging Face, so that people can use your model. So that token, read write tokens, we will also understand in the first class itself. Okay, yeah, so as I said, and also we will see AWS Bedrock, Azure, GCP, where we will see how how these AI services, they're providing these AI services, the cloud providers, know how they're providing different AI services on this, and what is the benefit of using them in terms of security, the guardrails what they are providing. Okay, that benefits we will see. What are the component present? We will see that somebody was saying he has also already exported AWS Bedrock. So yes, so we will also cover people who have not done this. So that we will do, as I said, prompt engineering, GPT architectures. These are all very basics. Agent. This is the hot topic, as you said. Somebody was saying the latest one which is going on. We will use different framework like PyData, LangGraph to create different agentic AI. We will build end-to-end application through coding. Okay, through agentic AI, like we will have some use case like lead generation. We will do that. We will also check for stock market information. Okay, and travel. So these are few of the use cases we will do through coding. That's what I saying. You have to bring your laptop every day. You have to share your screen. Randomly will be picked up, and I will share the code, execute the code then and there, so that if there is an error, you will understand what is the error. It is what how to fix those error, because those are will become your friend in your daily corporate work what you are doing. Okay. Yes, GitHub Copilot guardrails. This is important where we will you will see how I can enhance the reasoning part of the LLM in terms of putting some guardrail logic so that it does not give you sensitive information which is not required, or very hallucinated unnecessary information which is not required. So those guardrails both at the input and the output, how to put these guardrails there. So guardrails is just like, you are putting some logic to control the output so that it does not give very sensitive, very controversial output, so that it becomes very sensitive to the to the application what you're bringing. So that guardrail, how you control that, that also will do. Yes, real world applications and case studies, as I said, three projects as an assessment and no submission you have to do across the stages of the progress. As we progress, I will be providing you the project details, where you will create multiple like multi PDF query, ATS, application tracking system. Okay, document review. These are all GNAI types applications we will build uh, live, and you will have that. So what is the objective is, once you build this application, please upload these in your GitHub and use those GitHub links, repo links on your resume, so that people who want to make the transition, it shows that how active you have been, so that you utilize it. I'm doing, so you have to explain in sort of a way that, suppose you are doing a POC. Okay, you have done a POC in the current organization itself. This is what the work you have done. You have been exploring this, so that it shows that it is not that just you have learned now and going for an interview. It is just over the past 20 years, 25 years, you have had the experience. You have been exploring this for past 3-4 years, or 2 years or so. It is not just like you have learned for 2-3 months and then jumped into an interview. People who especially want to switch immediately after the course. So you have to gradually show that in your resume, build that, the base in terms of the GitHub repositories, so that people nowadays just do not just see your resume, they also go back to your GitHub links, which is definitely should be mentioned in your resume, so that they see, you can understand like whether this candidate is, are exploring LLM or not, how it is GitHub repo looking up, is he's trying to show interest in this. So that impression, is it hardworking, is it inclusive nature. So all these people in an interview, because when we take interview and we have this process, it is a standard, industry standard across bigger organizations. So they just do not see your resume, what project you have written or not, like that. Apart from that, they go to the social media, and especially your LinkedIn and your GitHub. These are the two profile they definitely go where, especially GitHub, it shows no, and an experienced guys. For us, we can understand that, no, is that guy is relevant or up to date with the technology changes and is trying exploring or not. So that shows that, okay, this boy has the capability, he is exploring, and then, no, he will be an asset to the team. So please do that. All the applications, all the projects, small or big, please upload into your GitHub repository. Use those links whichever you have done, in a good way in your resume. That gives an added weightage for your people, especially people who want to make the transition and explore and move ahead into this. So this is all about the course. Okay, in a very nutshell, we will go in depth and we'll finish this, as I said, in 60 hours, 60 sessions, 1 hour each, Monday to Friday. That will be the course duration in terms of how we will go. Thank you so much for your time. Nice talking to you all.